Flashcard trials and games used throughout this week can be accessed by going to Phonics Play. During lockdown, this can be accessed using the following details. Username Jan21, password home. Some of the games can also be accessed by Googling Odd and Bob Phonics, as there are more games on the Phonics Bloom website. Monday, revisit and review. Flashcards from Phase 2. Go to Phonics Play and onto the Flashcard Speed Trial and look at Phase 2, please. Today we're learning alternative spellings for the E phoneme. E, say it back. As I read the passage of text below, put your thumb up when you hear the E phoneme. Dear Granny, we are having a lovely time by the sea. We have been very lazy and spent lots of time asleep on the beach. I've been spending my pocket money on freezing cold ice cream. Maybe tomorrow we will go for a donkey ride. They are not cheap, but it would be a real treat. See you next week. Love, Neil. Reread the passage and underline words containing the E phoneme. Or, rather than writing out the whole thing, write out the words you can see that have the E phoneme in. Let's go through it together. Dear Granny, we are having a lovely time by the sea. We have been very lazy and spent lots of time asleep on the beach. I've been spending my pocket money on freezing cold ice cream. Maybe tomorrow we will go for a donkey ride. They are not cheap, but it would be a real treat. See you next week. Love, Neil. Did you get all of those? Apologies if I've missed any. Well done. That's the end of Monday's lesson. Phonics Phase 5C, Week 2, Tuesday. Today's revisit and review, I want you to go to Flashcard Time Challenge on Phonics Play and practice either Phase 3 or 4. Today we're looking at learning alternative spellings for the E phoneme. Write the words below, add sound buttons and read them. Pause it here to do that. B, E, B, E, thief, D, O, N, K, E, donkey, T, E, ch, teach, B, E, ch, beach, T, E, teeth, R, E, L, E, F, relief, W, E, we, Sh, E, she, Sp, E, K, speak, W, E, K, week, F, E, S, these, S, I, L, E, silly, T, E, tree, V, E, R, E, very. Sorry, that should be a button, not a line. S, E, see, M, E, T, meet, M, E, T, meet. Well done if you got all of those. Sort the words into sets based on how the E phoneme is spelt. So you can see here, and I can make this a little bit larger, hopefully. Nope. To investigate alternative spellings, I want you to sort them into words that have the EY spelling for E, double E, single E, Y, EA and IE. Our best bet for spelling the E phoneme in the middle of a word is EA or double E. At the end of a word is Y, At the end of a short word is E, such as we or be. The less common graphemes are EY, IE, EI, EO, and split digraph E. That's the end of Tuesday. Phase 5C, week 2, Wednesday. Cross the river when you hear your word. Now, normally in school, each child will be given a word and they would cross the river when they hear their word. Instead, I want you to try reading the words together that you can see on screen here. This week we're learning alternative spellings for the E phoneme. What different ways do we know for spelling the E phoneme? Write down all that you can think of, pausing the video here. Did you get these? E, double E, IE, EY, Y on its own, EA, split digraph E, EI, and EO. Remember from our best bet that some of these are not very common in words. EE is particularly common, as is EA. E is common at the end of short 2-letter or 3-letter words such as we and be, and Y is also quite commonly used. Some of the others are not as common. Look at the words written here. I want you to sort the words containing the E phoneme into different ways of spelling them. Sound each one out and read them. What other words can you think of for each alternative spelling? Can you read the first two sentences that I'm going to show? Pause the video to read it. The chief jumped in the deep freezing sea with a squeak. Can you read this one? He had a dream about magic beans that made him scream. Oops, sorry. And can you finally write this one? The beast machine ate a feast of green peas. The beast machine ate a feast of green peas. That's the end of Wednesday's lesson. Phase 5C, week 2, Thursday. Revisit and review flashcards for phase 4. Do this using Phonics Play flashcards trial. This week we've been looking at alternative spellings for the E phoneme. Write down as many as you can remember, pausing the video here to do it. IE, EY, EI, EE, Y, EO, E on its own, EA, and split digraph E. All of these are different spellings for the E phoneme. Let's practice spelling words containing the E phoneme. Remember our best bets. If the E sound is in the middle of a word, we generally use EA or EE. If it's at the end of a word, we generally use Y. But at the end of short words, like me and be, we use E on its own. Less commonly, we could use EY, IE, EI, EO, and split digraph E. Once I say a word, sound it out to yourself. Count the phonemes on your fingers. Pinch each sound as you say it, and then spell the word. Lazy, lazy. Count the phonemes. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Pinch each sound as we say it. L-A-Z-E, lazy. And now write it. I want you to do that for each word that I say. Donkey, sleep, beach, maybe, thief, these, meat, as in meat that can be eaten, meet, and meet as in meet up with someone. How did you do? So we've got donkey, sleep, beach, maybe, thief, these, meet and meet. And our first word was lazy, which is L-A-Z-E. So our E spelt with a Y. That's the end of Thursday's lesson. Phase 5C, Week 2, Friday. Revisit and review. I want you to use tricky word bingo. So we've got some tricky words, which are words that cannot be spelt using your phonics. I want you to pick 6 of them and put them in a grid like this. Then whoever you're working with, I want them to read out some of the words from the board, and then you cross them off if that's one of your words. Today, we're learning alternative spellings for the which phoneme? Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm going to read these words and I want you to see which phoneme you think they all contain. Rich, much, future, adventure, catch and stitch. Rich, much, future, adventure, catch and stitch. Which phoneme could you hear in all of those words? Well done. Let's practice spelling words containing the ch phoneme. First word is witch. W-it-ch, witch. W-it-ch, witch. Sound it out, count the phonemes, pinch each sound and spell the words. This witch is the witch that flies on a broom, by the way. Stitch, stitch. Venture, venture. Future, future. Watch, watch. Catch, catch. Did you get them right? Can you read the sentences that are on the board? Let's read them together. The witch in the picture is making such a messy mixture. Watch out, the future will be such a big adventure. Can you catch the cheeky creature from the kitchen? Well done, that is the end of Phase 5C, Week 2.